and the Washington Redskins. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. Standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue. But nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the very, very talented Andrew Luck.
And Andrew Luck's skill set is absolutely fantastic. There's not anything that he can't do as a quarterback on the field. But I also think that he absorbed a little bit by osmosis some of that great bloodline. His father, formerly a quarterback in the NFL as well.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And the offensive starters for the New York Giants.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Luck. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Let's go.
Now a quick pass to Richardson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well. Here's 2nd and 8.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. O'Shane Ximines drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, How come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake. Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter. Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling. Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Love. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January. And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl. And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or division. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by the former Giant, Landon Collins. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. A very solid gain of 27.
Let's go.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to. Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did. Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. This is Gallman. 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Wayne Gallman, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On the draw, this is Love. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright. Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Gallman. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. These two teams all tied after 1. On the draw, this is Gallman. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Block on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan able to record his 5th sack of the season. And I guess, partner, you call that a coverage sack.
Oh, without a doubt, because where did he have to go with the football? I know everybody wants to get on him about, hey, get rid of the football. You had too much time in the pocket. But he's scanning the field, nowhere to go, and that allowed the pressure to ultimately get to him.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Running to start the drive is Love. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Love.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Complete. Richardson has it. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Love. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's no...
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, it's Love. He completes it to Tate. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Luck throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Again, Luck. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Rosas puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. He'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's the 2nd and 7. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now back to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Tressway now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
So we've hit halftime. All right, hang on. Now Love finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Now Gallman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll set up a throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Credit Julian Love with a pass breakup. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
They'll run again here with Gallman. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's Gallman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back to throw. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's